Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Pitt Tonight is about to start. Please turn off or at least silence your phones. Are you going to interrupt the show during Women's Empowerment Month? How dare you? And now, live from the Frick Fine Arts Auditorium, it's Pitt Tonight! With your host, Victoria Chua!
Hello everyone, welcome to Pitt Tonight! It is our Women's Empowerment episode, and in honor of Women's Empowerment Month, I'd like us all to take some time to think about women. Okay, done. Let's take a look at the news. Due to rising inflation, Doritos bags will now have 5 fewer chips. To accommodate, they've changed the name of their party size bag to the intimate get-together size bag. An Australian man used the same lottery number for 30 years and recently won $5.5 million. Finally, Chris Hemsworth can afford to stop doing those stupid Marvel movies. Ford announced they will ship their new Ford Explorer without all of its parts. Ford's new conservative CEO decided to leave out the airbags as he, quote, hates safe spaces. A Japanese stone said to be imprisoning an evil fox demon has broken open after 1,000 years. Hate to see an evil fox demon go, but love to watch him walk away. A large number of police were led to Pittsburgh's north side after a misunderstanding involving an auto-corrected text message. The text, "You up?" was auto-corrected to, quote, "I have a gun and an undiagnosed mental disorder." A Louisiana girl survived a tornado attack despite her home being lifted and dropped onto the middle of a street. But it was always such a friendly tornado. It would never do this. Guess we have to put it down. Airborne gummies have recently been recalled because their caps might fly off and injure people when opened. Recalling them won't solve the problem. The only way to stop a bad guy with an airborne gummies cap is a good guy with an airborne gummies cap. A Texas showing of The Batman was interrupted by a moviegoer who released a real-life bat into the audience. And during a screening of Portrait of a Lady on Fire, someone released a real-life lesbian. A box of human heads was stolen from a medical research van in Denver. Owners of shoulders, knees, and toes are advised to remain on high alert. We'll be right back with Nicole Molinero. welcome CEO of the Women's Center and Shelter of Greater Pittsburgh, Nicole Molinero. So thanks for being here, Nicole.
My pleasure. Thanks so much for having me. Hi, everybody.
Could you please tell us a bit about the shelter, what the Women's Shelter does, the programs you have, and the resources that you offer?
Absolutely. So Women's Center and Shelter of Greater Pittsburgh has been around actually since 1974. We essentially offer help and hope for anybody who's either in a relationship that's abusive, whether it's a dating relationship, whether it's a marriage, whoever you are, wherever you are in your journey, we want to help to offer you help and hope.
I know the program has a large focus on LGBTQIA+ advocacy. Could you tell us more about that program?
Absolutely. So like I said, we really want to make sure that we're meeting all survivors and really helping wherever you are, whoever you love. So our LGBTQIA+ outreach initiative helps folks either if they're coming into Women's Center and Shelter or out in the community. So wherever you are, we want to meet you and help with an abusive relationship, because there's actually an increased risk if you're in an LGBTQIA relationship of dating violence. So,
if anyone needs help, could you tell us of signs to look out for or ways that people can get help?
Yeah, absolutely. So I love that question because it's so important. You can oftentimes see signs, even though relationships don't start off as abusive, they might seem to be wonderful. And the person's putting their best foot forward. But if you see that somebody is jealous, if you see that they're controlling, if they're trying to isolate you from your friends or family, if they are telling you what to do, telling you how to do it, if they're using physical or sexual abuse, any of those can be signs that you're in an abusive relationship. And whatever part you're in, whether it's at the very beginning, whether you've been in the relationship for a while, we can help you to meet whatever your goal is in that relationship.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you for all that you do.
Sure,
thank you
thank
for
you.
being such an important part of this amazing program. So everyone say a big thanks to Nicole. And as a reminder to our audience, we have a donation bucket for the shelter at the door. So again, thank you so much, Nicole, for being here.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me on. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Allies of the Boulevard. Our guest tonight is Director of Rehabilitation at UPMC International. Please welcome Dr. Fabrisia Ambrosio. Hi, thank you so much for being here.
So nice to be here, Victoria. Thank you.
So first, what are some challenges that you've had en route to your current success?
Challenges that I've had, well, actually finding the restroom in this building, that's a huge challenge, but I'm guessing that's probably not what you mean. So challenges professionally, I would say probably just kind of many of the rejections that I think is so typical of this kind of profession, right? Rejections in terms of grants and rejections in terms of paper submissions, and so those oftentimes feel like a gut punch, especially one after the other. And so it's really trying to learn how to overcome those that I think is a big, important aspect of this work.
How do you overcome that? I have to imagine it must be really hard to, again, see rejection after rejection. How are you able to see things differently?
Well, fortunately, it was a lesson that I eventually learned. I wish I had learned it sooner. But what I came to realize quickly is that this rejection is typical across the board. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter the stage of the career that you're in. In fact, there's a story of a Nobel laureate. So the person who won the Nobel Prize in medicine in 2019. So he won the Nobel Prize for actually discovering how cells use oxygen. So clearly a very fundamental discovery, right? Something that no doubt has important implications for how we see life. Well, it turns out after he was announced to have won the Nobel Prize, what quickly came up in social media circles was his rejection paper, rejection from Nature. The letter that he received where essentially the reviewer said, this isn't important, this has no impact. And so I think, kind of remembering that this is par for the course, trying to see how you can learn from the comments that you get, but then also taking some of it with a grain of salt.
Awesome, I really like that. Well, you're clearly very accomplished and have several degrees. Which one was your favorite to get and why?
So that's an easy question because actually it's the degree that I got it was a Master of Physiology Endocrinology at Université Laval in Quebec, Canada. And the reason that I loved that degree so much was because I really kind of took it on as a challenge to myself. And that is because the entire program is taught in French. And I had never studied French. I took 4 weeks, an immersion course, where for those 4 weeks you have to promise to do nothing but speak French. So I learned a lot, and then I dove right in, and it was fun. It was difficult. I embarrassed myself a lot along the way, but it was a good experience.
That's very incredible. I feel like anyone who's ever learned a second language, I could not imagine taking like a master's degree in my second language. So that's very impressive. You also have many different published works. Do you have a favorite from that?
Ooh, that's a tough question. And I'm afraid of previous trainees coming back and writing me and complaining, why isn't my work your favorite? But actually, so publications, I think, I would have to say that my favorite publications are those that have yet to be published. So really the ones that we're currently working on, they're in the final stages, we're wrapping everything up. It represents years of work and years of toil. And so, it's kind of that anticipation of how will people react and what will the reviewers think and what will this mean for the field. So I'd say it's probably the publication that hasn't been published yet. It's my favorite.
You're very accomplished, as I keep saying, but it's hard not to. Do you have any advice for undergraduate women who are looking to go into your field?
I think the thing that's been really on my mind of late has, been this need to be kind of insatiably curious, right? To really approach life and work, science in particular, with this sense of childlike wonder. Right, so I read not too long ago a book on Leonardo da Vinci, who is my hero, I think. I think this book really opened my eyes and I found so inspiring. So in this book, actually Leonardo, I think one of his best traits was that he was just endlessly curious. He was curious about everything in the world around him. For example, he used to write these to-do lists, right? Just things that he was curious about, things that he wanted to know more about. One of the things on that list was to describe the tongue of a woodpecker. Ooh. I mean, I just love that, right? So how in the world did that ever enter his mind that would be something that he would want to think about and that he would contemplate? It's something that probably would not have direct benefit for him, but he wanted to know just for the sake of knowing. And I think that's such a great spirit of, way to approach life.
Oh, I love that. And so you feel that you've used the spirit of curiosity in your work and everything?
I hope so. It's definitely something that, with the people in our lab and in our group that I try to inspire. Of course, we start a project, we have specific questions, but I always encourage, our group to look to the left and look to the right and kind of not be afraid to see what you see and kind of almost be on the lookout for the unexpected.
Well, last October, Pitt Business Times named you the 2021 Woman of Influence Award. Can you talk about that? I mean, did you even know you were nominated? How did that work? What was the experience of finding out about it?
No, that was entirely unexpected. It turned out it was the McGowan Institute for Regenerative Medicine, with which my lab is housed within McGowan. So it was McGowan, together with my department, the Department of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation, that they had nominated me. I didn't know that they had submitted the nomination, so when I found out that I was given this honor, I was really surprised and very happy, of course.
Oh my gosh. And how did it go about getting the award? Was that any exciting?
It was so much fun. So the McGowan and my department, they were very generous in that they purchased a table for us, for me to bring, about 12 guests to the event, the gala event, to celebrate these awards. And so I was so happy that I got to invite the women in my group to join me, as well as my children. And so I thought it was really nice to kind of have that experience together.
Well, as a woman of influence, clearly, is there any leadership advice that you'd want to share either for your field or just any field in general?
So in terms of leadership advice, it's really interesting because this is something that I've been thinking about quite a bit lately. And that is because we had, as a part of our lab group, we've decided to start a book club. And just last week, I think it was, we did a book that was, we had voted on it as a group, which one we wanted to do. And it turns out we chose the book called Invisible Women by Caroline Perez. And so essentially this book is kind of just a study in, really how the world views women and how really in so many cases in work and society and medicine and science, males are kind of the default and women are kind of the exception in many cases. It was actually really an interesting read. But what was really interesting about our book club was a discussion that came out of this book. And one of the things was, what is it that is a trait of a leader, and particularly a female leader? And this was an important discussion for me because ever since, first starting my position, I had high aspirations that I wanted to be in a leadership role. And I remember the advice that I got is, well, as a woman, if you want to be successful, you should start learning how to act more like a man. And it was something that never resonated well with me. It felt to me that if that's what I did, then I would never be true to myself. I would be, disingenuous in my interactions, and so it never settled well. Well then, now all these years later, we had this great discussion in our book club, where we were really talking about how the best leaders are those that kind of pull from templates that span an array of genders and cultures and people from different backgrounds. And so that was something that I really find peace with, pulling from these different templates so that you can be the leader that is authentic. And I think that means a lot.
That's really great. Well, again, thank you so much for being here. Is there anything interesting, either coming up with you or with your lab, that you want to share with the group?
Well, our lab is always, trying to find ways to stimulate our own creativity and to inspire innovation. So we do have several series. We actually post them on our website. So it's just the Ambrosio Lab at Pitt. And so we have, for example, Innovation Heroes series, where we, different members of the lab kind of profile an innovative individual, looking at, what motivates them, how do they handle failures, and what drives them. So that's been really fun to experience, and those are all recorded on our website, as well as some other sessions that we have that are kind of not mainstream science and directly what we do, but intended to inspire.
Awesome. Well, be sure to check that out, and we'll post about that as well. But seriously, thank you for being here. Thank you for all that you do, and just for being a really great role model for young women and women everywhere.
Thanks so much.
So again, thank you so much to Dr. Ambrosio, and we'll be right back with more Pitt Tonight. Welcome back to Pitt Tonight. Tonight's episode is very important because we're here to celebrate women. Coming out, guys. In honor of March, Women's Deflowerment Month, we're going to live, on stage right now, women's empowerment. I mean, some might say that the day a young woman, no, that's fine, I can figure something else out. Get out of here, go. Okay, let's check my planner. Let's see. Go to the zoo and only look at the female animals, done. Be shopping soon. Pitt Tonight live hysterectomy, next episode. Set the Mona Lisa free, doesn't deserve it. Kiss a little, maybe. Figure out what happened to Amelia Earhart, and oh, here we go. Let's have brunch. Ladies, clap, damn it. So, what's up with you guys?
Well, you remember that guy I was talking to, the insurance broker?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it turns out he's not an insurance broker at all. He's the kingpin of the Sicilian mafia. When he fessed up, I was so pissed. You all know how much I hate Italians.
Don't we all? So, did you break up with him?
No, we actually had a long conversation about it, and I secretly recorded the whole thing. His trial starts next month.
Nice. Get that witness protection bag.
Ugh, guys, my roommate just texted me about how I flooded the bathroom. Like, obviously I didn't know that painting the drain pink would cause the water to back up.
You should probably look for a new roommate. She kind of sounds like a bitch. Didn't she also get mad at you for having company over?
Yeah, she was all like, stop coming home at 3 a.m. with the entire monastery trying to get them to break their vows of celibacy. That literally only happened twice, and they were into it, trust me.
Just because she's not getting any doesn't mean she can get mad at you.
Right?
So true. Wait, that reminds me. Did I ever tell you guys how my boss is a total perv?
No.
No way, what happened?
He walked in on me masturbating at my desk. Like, that's my personal space. What a fucking creep.
Ew.
That's so fucked up. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Are you seeing anyone?
Actually, I went on a couple dates with this really sexy bear, but he kept telling me that only I could prevent forest fires.
I bet he uses that line on everyone.
I've failed to prevent so many forest fires.
It's not you.
Yeah, dating is so hard. I tried using Tinder last week, but I think I'm doing it wrong. Now I have an arson charge.
Oh no, I could have prevented that.
Wait, did I also tell you about the hit and run I was involved in the other day?
No.
Oh my God, are you okay?
It was this huge pain in the ass, but I'm fine now. The man I hit saw my license plate, so I had to blow up the car and report it as stolen, but don't worry, insurance ended up covering it.
Nice. I'm so happy for you. But listen to this. Oh my God. I was looking at my ex's Instagram, and she already has a new girlfriend. Like, we literally broke up 3 years ago. I cannot believe she would move on that fast.
Oh, hell no. What are you gonna do?
It's not what I'm gonna do. It's what I've already done. Turns out, it's really easy to register someone as a sex offender.
Oh my God, life hack.
Right?
Hey, didn't you get a new puppy? That's so exciting.
Yeah, my baby is my absolute angel. I can already tell we're gonna be best friends. You should have seen her fight last night. She killed.
You guys are so inspiring. I think I'm finally comfortable to share.
Finally, tell us everything.
Last week, I'm so bad, I put a scrunchie from Target in my pocket and forgot to pay for it.
Okay,
Oh
to be
my
honest,
God.
that's kind of fucked
That
up.
is so messed up.
I
How
kind
do
of
you even
can't
think that's
believe you
an
would
okay
do
thing to
something
do?
like that, and
You know,
I don't
everyone
really
always
want to be
talks
your
about the
friend
economy
anymore, to be
and
honest.
It's
Like,
so important to be honest and everything.
like
Don't you care that the
capitalism's
economy's on
really
the downhill?
important, you know? Like, you can't be stealing from
There's laws
corporations.
for a reason.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up, man.
We'll be right back with a little game for our guests. welcome back to Pitt Tonight. We're going to play a game, but first, can we welcome back Dr. Ambrosio and Claire Carpenter, the student director of Pitt Women's Choral Ensemble. Okay, ladies, thank you for being here. The game we're going to be playing is like a modified telephone. So you're both going to be wearing these headphones. We'll have music playing so you can't hear what I'm saying. And so first, Dr. Ambrosio, I'm going to tell you a statement. And so, big important thing, it's going to be up there so the audience can see it, so don't turn around, don't look back there. I'm going to tell you a statement, and just based off of what you think I said, go ahead and tap Claire, tell her what you think that I said, and then Claire will out loud say the phrase that she believes she has heard. So it'll be a fun little game of telephone for all of us. But yeah, no pressure to get it right. And there's no competition here. We would not pit women against each other during the Women's Empowerment episode. So please take your headphones and then just tap Claire when you're ready to tell her. So yeah, put your headphones on. I think, can you hear me? I don't know if the music's playing yet or not. I don't know if she's shaking her head because she can't hear me or if the music isn't playing. Can you hear me? Okay, that seems good. I'll give her a countdown, so I'll do like a 3, 2, 1, and I think the message will be clear. So let's show the first statement for the audience. Okay, we're gonna go for that one. Okay. Susan B. Anthony.
Okay. The sushi is spicy.
The sushi is spicy?
Okay, wait. I will say, good job, both of you, because Claire got. Take them off. Sorry, guys. Claire got what Dr. Ambrosio said, but that it wasn't that the sushi is spicy. I said Susan B. Anthony. But still, very good stuff, guys. And one other thing I will add, these are related to important milestones for women's history. So maybe that's a hint I'll give. But we have 2 more, so we'll try it again. So put the headphones back on, ladies.
Okay.
Okay, our next one, please. Okay, gotta make sure I get the order right. Okay, ready? Okay, ready? Here we go. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
Oh my goodness.
I'll say it again, okay. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Ooh. Okay, we'll see.
Yankee Doodle Dandy.
One more time.
Yankee Doodle Dandy.
This is wrong. Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Okay, is Claire really good?
She's very good at enunciation.
She's very good at enunciating. Oh my gosh, I
don't think it was right.
I might have Claire and Dr. Ambrosio switch for the last one, because I feel Claire's really getting these, but it might also be Dr. Ambrosio. It was not Yankee Doodle Dandy.
I didn't see the connection with women.
Yeah, it was Gaslight, Gatekeep, Girl Boss.
What?
Okay. Which doesn't just apply to women, but it does. So,
oh my goodness.
So how about you guys switch places on the couch? You'll be second now. This is our last one. We're changing things up to see how it goes. Okay, headphones on, please, Claire. Okay, now, if we could switch it, please. Don't look. Okay, ready? Ouch! I broke the glass ceiling.
Oh my God, I broke the glass ceiling.
That's pretty good.
Again?
Oh my God, I broke the glass ceiling.
Oh my God, what is this feeling?
Okay, you know what? Take it off. I said, ouch, I broke the glass ceiling.
What did you say?
I don't know, what did I say?
Oh my God. I said, oh my God.
You said
I broke the
you were
glass
very
ceiling.
close.
She's just better than I am.
No.
What did I say?
Well,
Oh my God, what is this feeling? It's women's empowerment.
you guys still did a very good job. And yeah, thank you for all of your efforts to break the glass ceiling. And thank you for all your efforts in the game tonight. That was really fun. And you guys were surprisingly very good. So thank you guys so much. And we'll be right back with Pitt Women's Choral Ensemble. Choral Ensemble. Everyone give us a hand. And whenever they're ready, we'll take it away.
My grandmothers were strong. They followed plows and bent to toil. They moved through fields, sowing wheat. They touched the earth and grain grew. They were full of sturdiness and singing. My grandmothers were strong. My grandmothers were full of memories, smelling of soap and onions and wet clay. With veins rolling roughly over quick hands, they had many clean words to say. My grandmothers were strong. Why am I not as they? My grandmothers were strong. My grandmothers were strong. They followed plows and bent to toil. They moved through fields, sowing seed. My grandmothers were strong. Grandmothers are strong. grandmothers were strong. My grandmothers were strong. My grandmothers were strong. Why am I not as they? And they may tell you, mountain woman, that you would never let you rise this high, but you have the snowy eyes and purple skies were born to fly. Forget the rocky footing. You have nowhere to go but up. And they may tell you, river woman, that your mouth would be prettier shut. Of the swift woods and clear currents were born to speak. Forget the icy stare from your source springs only truth. They may tell you, they may tell you, they may tell you, they may tell you, they may breathe. But you of the green roots and pure roots were born to grow. Forget the empty hearts, everything you touch opens up. They may tell you, they may tell, but ocean woman, sometimes your waves will break. The tides can't come in strong every day, and even the moon makes mistakes. So when your waters falter, they may ask you, who do you think you are? And you can tell them, I am a woman. I keep the company of others like me. Women of forest, women of fire, women of sunshine, women of sea. And we lay claim to everything from coral reef to redwood tree. They may tell you, even so, they may tell you, don't get ahead of yourself.
guests, Nicole Molinero, Dr. Fabrisia Ambrosio, and the Pitt Women's Choral Ensemble. I'm your host, Victoria Choral. Have a great night.